Your Excellency, President Kagame Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, organizers of this event, Your Royal Highness, young achievers that we have seen here on the stage, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Before I start my speech, I wanted to say, while we wait for the East African football team, I congratulate the Ukraine. I thought they would have been here to receive similar awards for their achievement. However, happily yesterday, I was supporting two teams. One of them lost, the other one won. The one that lost was Amavubi. The one that won was Arsenal. So it wasn't entirely a loss. It was half loss, half. Another half was victory. I'm very happy to be here with you to share the pleasure and the meaning of this event. I'm especially honored to be among you here and to be associated with this wonderful occasion. And Mr. President, I wanted to thank you for inviting me and thank the President, the organizers of the Young Achievers organizers. Being here in Uganda and addressing the Ugandan youth feels very familiar. It is like being home, talking to our own Rwandan young men and women. That is because they have a lot in common, but also because their destiny, like that of other young Africans, is intertwined. It is our responsibility as leaders and mentors to encourage them to work together, develop a can-do attitude, define their purpose, and make the right choices. But equally, it is the young people's responsibility to embrace this mentality and make it the basis of their actions. Tonight, however, belongs to the many young achievers that we have just witnessed receiving awards. Let me say to you all that irrespective of the category you belong to, you have performed outstandingly and should be proud of yourselves as we are of you. I congratulate you all on your hard work, unwavering spirit of innovation, creativity, entrepreneurship, as well as your desire to be and do the best you can. It has to be recognized that such achievements do not come by accident or miracle. They are a result of investment of your time, talent, and even money in pursuit of personal goals. You will have accomplished your mission if your efforts inspire other young people to similar or greater achievements and enable them to realize their full potential. To your peers, you have demonstrated that when you are ambitious and proactive, anything is possible, even in the face of seemingly overwhelming challenges. It is this way of doing things that creates the brand of Africans that will restore our dignity and advance the cause of self-reliance and end Africa's perpetual problems of poverty and underdevelopment. There will be many more moments like this one. Each will be different and well-deserved, but they all provide an opportunity to encourage a conversation and subsequent action towards even greater individual and collective success. We must therefore continue this culture of recognizing excellence in our societies wherever there is merit. As you know, Africa has always been a land of immense potential in terms of knowledge, innovation, and talent. But over the centuries, we lost this leading role. And perhaps, crucially, we lost belief in ourselves, intellectually, and in our creative abilities. The result of this loss has been a tendency for some of our young people to adopt things that have no meaning to our well-being, instead of rightly seeking modernization while remaining grounded in our own values. Mr. President, when you have stressed time and again the importance and urgency of regional integration, I can't help but imagine how this would be served best by conscious young people who are focused on this idea. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the future of our continent has never been brighter. African economies have been growing steadily despite the ongoing international economic crisis. Our own region of East Africa attests to this fact. Various surveys have indicated that at between 7 and 8% annual growth, East Africa is one of the fastest growing regions in Africa and a top investment destination. We must take the opportunities that this offers in order to transform our societies. It is this dynamism of new ideas, products and services that we can build on for further growth, and for this to happen, we need a more empowered and entrepreneurial youth equipped with the knowledge to address the issues of development. Taking on the new leadership role and exercising their creative potential, young people have to effectively participate in the political and economic processes in our countries. It means changing the mentality that has crippled us into thinking that we cannot do things by ourselves, which has had a negative effect on Africa. I was reminded the other day by a young person, in fact, let me say my daughter. I was texting with her, and I noticed on her status message on the BlackBerry Messenger that she had written that when you think you can, then you can. And if you think you can't, you are right. So I think all of us here must think that we can. But even for what we can do, we must make the right choices. We live in exciting and fast-moving times, a pace which I'm sure suits all those who are impatient to see development, particularly dynamic young people. The evolution of ICTs and new media are contributing to this change. Whereas in the past, progress in some parts of the world took decades to reach others. Today, ideas, information, innovations and products from anywhere in the world are available at the touch of a button. These are prospects we must seize for our continued progress and for Africa to play a more strategic role in world affairs. Mr. President, distinguished guests, the new world order has demonstrated beyond doubt that all countries need to work together to find solutions to their problems. This is even more compelling for us in Africa. And the youth in our societies must be in the vanguard because they possess all that is required to change their lives and their societies for the better. They are the force with which to close the gaps that exist within our societies and between us and the rest of the world. Let me add, however, that knowledge and skills alone are not sufficient or help us advance. The transformation we seek will come about if we embrace the right values to turn what we have acquired into usable products. The real innovators, those who will change our societies, are those who reject the business as usual approach and instead have the courage to go beyond the conventional methods of doing things. They are the ones who are assertive and not comfortable with dictates. This is the challenge you, the drivers of our future, must face. It is when you have that dignity and are prepared to protect it that you will make inventions that answer our circumstances. In the new Rwanda, one of our priorities is to instill in our youth a strong sense of self-worth and character, what we call in Kinyarwanda, agaciro. This is in addition to providing skills and knowledge so that they develop themselves, participate in modernizing our economy, and confidently compete globally. Let me reiterate that we have the principal responsibility to take charge of our development, find solutions to our problems, and also tell our own story. You, the young people of this country, Uganda, of East Africa, and Africa in general, must be the real agents of change that we seek. And I find no better place to deliver this message than at this event. I wish you all the best in your endeavors. Thank you once again for the honor of this opportunity and for your kind attention. And once again, I thank you, Mr. President, and the organizers of this memorable event and occasion. Thank you very much.